Hey gang, AV here. Welcome to my review of the GI Joe Retaliation Zartan figure. Here he is in the packaging. As you can see, he is a blister carded figure. The vast majority of his accessories are visible in the bubble there. I bought him at a reduced price way back when at Walgreens for $2.62. This is the only version of this figure I have, so I'm going to have to open this one on camera in order to show the figure itself off. I hope you don't mind. I just recently dug out a whole bunch of Retaliation figures from storage, so look forward to a lot more Retaliation figures to show up on my channel in the coming weeks. And without further ado, let's have a look at the back of the card. And this is where we can see Zartan wearing a couple of his different heads, as well as sporting the weapons that he comes with. Up here it says Zartan carries out his sinister missions for Cobra Commander. As the Master of Disguise, Zartan can impersonate anyone. But if you look closely into his eyes, you may see a telltale reddish glow that reveals his true identity. Ooh. It says glowing eyes up here. He does use light piping, which is why a lot of the alternate heads have that telltale red spot up top, which we'll have a closer look at in a second. Pretty cool looking figure. I do know that they reused this mold for one of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. I think the one that came with Scarlet and Powerglide and all that. I actually have that in storage as well, but haven't opened it yet. So maybe in the future we'll have a look at that, but not today. Today we're going to have a look at this guy. So, there he is in the packaging. Let's take all the crap out. Backpack looks familiar. That was the same one on the Retro Scarlet that I just reviewed not long ago. Sword. There we are. Pop out his alternate heads. I was thinking, you know, they didn't give Snake Eyes any light piping on his alternate head, and then I realized, well, that's because you can't see his eyes, so no wonder. Alright, so anyway, he's got a bunch of accessories here. We're going to go over those one by one. Let's take that off of there. Alright, first and foremost, let's just get him situated here. Alright, he comes with this quiver of crossbow darts, which, judging by the peg, can fit into his back. He also comes with a sword sheath, which can also fit in his back. It's hollow on the inside. Looks like he's got a notch here, which can that accommodate his crossbow? Yeah, I guess so, yeah. He can fit his crossbow in there. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright. It comes with two swords, a short and a long. They're both blue. They fit in the sheath. Let's make sure. It's a little warped out of packaging. It's a little unfortunate. I'm going to have to heat this up a little bit. Yep, they fit in there. That's pretty cool. He also comes with this pistol. Not a fan of the color they chose for these plastic parts. I mean, at least it's a dark blue, but still, I don't think blue really fits. Anyhow, let's see what we have here. Can I remove his? Looks like I have to take his whole harness off to get his. That's kind of lame. All right. Yeah, his hood is part of his harness. All right. Doesn't make this easy. There we go. So there is his head, and you can see he's got green light piping going on. Let me see if I can angle one of my lights here. There you go. Eyes light up green. Let's switch out his heads. It's kind of funny that his regular head is green, but his disguise is red. It's a little weird. Is that showing up on camera? I hope so. It's a little tough for me to tell from this angle, gang. I apologize. Here is his Duke disguise. That was Storm Shadow, if I didn't mention it before. I'm not sure if I did. Here's his Duke. Alright. And of course, Snake Eyes doesn't have eyeballs for him to light pipe with, but that's how he looks with the Snake Eyes head. Not a fan of the fact that I got to remove his whole damn harness in order to get his pop his head off. But I guess it is. Oh, I should put a head back on him, shouldn't I? All right. So anyway, obviously his head's on a ball joint, and with the harness removed, he can do a full 360. You know. But I doubt very highly you're going to get much out of that with the harness and hood on. So with the harness now attached, I mean, you can kind of spin his head if you try, but it's really not going to work too well with you. That's unfortunate. The knife here is molded on. Arms can flatten out, as you can see. Full 360 at the shoulder. They can go up all the way, which is excellent. They actually look reversible here. I might have had that backwards, actually. Wow. All right. Arms can flatten out. They can also bend 90 degrees. Wrists, full 360-degree rotation there. It does not appear as though he has a hinge. This is an earlier release of the Retaliation figures, so his articulation may be limited because of that. Good range of motion there at the diaphragm joint, though, as you can see. Nothing at the waist. Hips, legs can go up about that high. Back about that far. He can do the splits all the way. Knees are single jointed, and there's nothing at the ankle. So all in all, limited articulation on this guy. The play feature it's not that bad, I guess, because you can put his harness on and off easy enough. But still, it is kind of a nuisance having to do that. Let's see. Can I have his backpack and his crossbow on at the same time? Maybe this way? No, I think that'll get in the way. I guess, kind of, but doesn't fit that securely in there. Maybe I can just put his gun back here? Yeah, I can stick his gun there. That fits pretty decent, actually. So let's stand him up, move some of this stuff out of the way. We'll do some size comparisons now. Here he is next to a vintage GI Joe figure, Snake Eyes, version 1. Zartan towers over him. Same is going to be true for the vintage collection Star Wars figure, Luke Skywalker, who's very short. Here he is next to a Boss Fight Studio blank. Scales very nicely with him, quite frankly. Here he is next to Captain America from the Marvel Universe line. And from the Worlds of Halo, Master Chief, who is, believe it or not, 1/18 scale, despite being 5 inches tall. So, all in all, he's a decent figure. I don't know if I would pay an arm and a leg for him unless you're a completist and you had to have him for your collection. I think he's decent. His accessories are pretty cool. Definitely better than the more gimmicky stuff that we've got in this line, from like the zip lines and then the rocket launchers and whatnot. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that his hood is permanently attached to the harness around his chest. I think that kind of takes away from the fact that you have to swap his heads out, and that kind of makes his whole play feature a pain in the ass, quite frankly. But I mean, does light piping work with the hood on? It should. I can't really tell on camera. I'm too far away from the screen, but we'll see. So anyway, this has been my review of the Retaliation Zartan figure. If you like this video, check out my channel. If you like what you see there, then please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.